Welcome to Never Rewrite. I'm Isaac Askew.
And I'm Jeffrey Sherman. And today we're going to ask the question, do you even want a better version of what you have today? It's kind of what we riffed on a few episodes ago of you could rewrite something and you take on this whole giant workload and all the risks that we've talked about for years. You could iteratively replace what you've got today and make what you've got better and easier to work with and then improve it from there. But maybe you don't want what you have today. And that's an important question to ask before you start either way. Before you start thesis shipping or you start rewriting, do you even want this?
Yeah, the episode a few episodes back was I think it was like refactor versus rewrite versus rebuild. And it
Yeah.
was like a terminology based episode because they all seem so similar, like if you think of the terms the way they are, but every person is describing a different thing when they say they want to rewrite or refactor. So using the same language is important. So in this case, this is kind of similar to the rebuild comment of don't rewrite your software to be a better version or better technology or whatever.
Right.
If you're going to rebuild it, make sure you're building a new thing towards the current market that you're trying to target, not necessarily just supporting all your old features if you don't need them anymore.
Right. And to put a concrete example out, in my day job, we've got a web page, and the page over the years started off in PHP, then it became Ember, and then it became React. And in the process of all of that, the backend that supported the endpoint also moved from PHP to Java for reasons that made sense at the time. I won't go into them. And now everything is mangled. It's a disaster. And we're talking about, okay, well, do we want to fix the performance? Do we want to fix the bugs? And I'm like, well, this page doesn't actually do what customers want. Why don't we build a new page that does what customers want and replace it? And then I don't need to worry about did we lose features in the PHP to Ember and React or the PHP to Java? It's what features do we actually want on this page? And I don't, much like with thesis shipping where I don't need to figure out how all this stuff worked so that I can replace it, I also don't need to figure out how all this stuff works because I don't want it anymore.
Right. That's an interesting angle too, because we talk about this idea of, I guess you still have this split resources kind of concept when you're building a new one and supporting the old one, but there's gotchas for the last 20% of the rewrite where you realize, oh, it doesn't do all the things we thought it would. That's usually the thing that gets you because you're trying to support those old features. Whereas in this flow, it seems like you'd have to target it product first, where you're saying these are the features we're going to build now. These are the features we're going to abandon that we used to have because of lack of interest. And then you're just building a net new thing. It's kind of like playing Yahtzee, and you keep the dice that you want to use and toss the rest, and then try out a new product idea, so to speak.
Right, you do have the risk of we're building the new while supporting the old. And you also have the risk of you're building the wrong thing. Right, you're saying, oh, well, our research shows that customers don't care about 80% of the features on this page. Let's just build a new page with the 20% that customers care about and make them work the way that customers say they want them to work. And then you do this rollout, the new page is the old 20%, and customers hate it.
Right.
So you still have that risk.
But the benefit on the flip side is actually delivering a new thing too.
Right.
It seems like in that case, it's not just a rewrite for performance sake, for technology consolidation sake, for whatever developer experience sake. It's a rewrites to rethink how your product organization's aligned and potentially add a new feature that was requested. So you don't get if you let's say you delivered a successful rewrite in the old cases, the customers usually don't know. It's the same platform. It might be faster, if you change it, but they don't feel it.
That's one of the keys is whether it's a rewrite or you thesis ship, customers don't know what you're doing. You're delivering some new experience, a different experience.
So you kind of de-risk it because you're still adapting to the product market, right? You're staying competitive. You still have the same risk of the split resources, which
Yes.
is just inevitable. What else? I guess you're also, I guess, I was thinking like if you take away other features you don't want to support anymore, that could, depending on what you've added, speed up the delivery.
Well, it does play well with iterative delivery because since it's a new thing and not the old thing, you could, in theory, run them side by side. So it's,
yeah,
hey, I've got this page. Do you want to try the new version of this page or the
yeah,
beta version of this page?
Strangler fig it, yeah.
Well, not even Strangler fig. Like, here's the old one. It's running. Click here. You can try the new experience. And now it's only got some features, and I can get feedback from customers. If it's UI based, and if it's backend based, then it's, I guess, a new drop down. And
yeah, I say Strangler fig because it's still a way you can kind of roll out over time, and then that interface is completely wrapped around the new one once you're ready. But de-risked by iterative delivery. I like that.
Right, and it's still, because it's a new thing that's not supposed to be the old thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay that it has, if you launch with less features, because it's a different experience.
Yeah.
It's a rethink.
Oh God! Rewrite, refactor, rebuild, or rethink it.
Yes. Or reuse and repurpose, and
as long as it has the word.
As long as it starts with re,
the
right?
letters re. We're gonna confuse the hell out of our audience. No, we didn't mean refactor. We meant rebuild. Oh, you're thinking about rethinking. Oh, no, that's reuse. Oof.
Right. Yes, but put that aside.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of iteratively replace, DC ship, or rewrite, don't be afraid to do something different, because often that is even easier.
Yeah.
Especially if making the break. And if that new experience, especially if you are able to run it side by side, because then that new experience doesn't need to do all those old features. You can leave the old features in the old experience for an indeterminate period of time because it's a different experience. It has different goals. This is especially valuable when things are messed up because it's old, right? And so you've got something that started off, it was nice and clean, and then the business grew over the years and years and years and years and years, and now you've got this jumbled hodgepodge of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, instead of trying to clean up this stuff, I'm going to make a new one, a new thing that does what people actually want now. And for the long tail of people who still want the old stuff, it's still there. Yeah. I haven't touched it.
So in this case, you don't necessarily even have to sunset it. Like you could sunset the old system and that you at some point stop providing support to it and let, but like you could, the customers, like you did all that weird jumbled stuff, if customer ID equals so-and-so, that is really hard to move to the new flow. You could just say, okay, just stay there. And if you want to, you can swap to the new flow, toggle between the two and use the new stuff we've got available to you, but we'll still support your old one, but we're not going to give you any bug fixes or patches or something like that. That way you're not still supporting that old one indefinitely.
Well, you could support the old one. So like so we're talking about the front end version. The back end version of that is, hey, you roll out a new version of your API.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got, V1 content, V1 endpoints do one thing, and then you have V2, and you're like, okay, this is all muddled. We're going to do V3 to support these new use cases. Like Amazon does this, and Amazon is famous for not sunsetting the old ones and keeping them working as well as possible forever.
Oh yeah, different older APIs are still working from 2015 or something.
Right, they won't update them anymore. Like these APIs from the backend, we said you could do this. We're gonna support it, but we don't think it really makes sense anymore. So here's new things that we think make sense. They're not the old things. They're not new versions of the old things. They're different things.
And then whenever people start with Amazon fresh, they're just kind of routed to the new experience because it's not really relevant to serve the old one.
Right, and eventually they might make you move and upgrade, but it takes years and years and years.
Yeah, I like that flow. Yeah. I like it because it allows you to still. It scratches a few itches, right?
Mm-hmm.
The main one is the customer. I mean, the one that the developer who's always wanted to rewrite, for the new languages. They get an opportunity to think about things in a new system.
Right.
Like,
They get
okay,
that green field.
We have greenfield. The product has more alignment on what they want instead of you reacting to the startup to begin with. Now you're trying to rewrite this experience that's like towards better market fit, towards what we know, what we learned over the past experience. So we're abandoning part of the old application and intentionally not rewriting those pieces. And then it still allows you to remain competitive. So you can add the fun new AI feature, that everyone's wanting to push to in your company. You could add that in the release and have that marketed and make the salespeople happy because you delivered the AI thing you promised it was going to come soon. So it's still not fully de-risked in that you still have to split resources, and that might be hard on your team.
Right.
But if there ever was a compromise, this seems to be a better pivot. Is like, don't rewrite, pivot.
Yeah, that's
pivot
a good way
and take
to
what
say
you
it.
learned. Yeah.
Right. Instead of never rewrite, in either thesis ship or pivot.
Yeah.
But either way, do it iteratively.
Yes. I like that. We should throw that in the book.
We should throw that in the book. It's going in now. Folks, if you haven't heard, we are writing a book. There are many, many pages. I saw last night that
at least
one
3.
of the chapters, chapter 17, is literally, it says, this is what this chapter is about. And it's 3 lines.
It's a placeholder chapter.
Yeah, placeholder chapter. It's beautiful.
Well,
we can add another placeholder chapter.
Yeah. There we go.
But if you are interested, neverrewrite.com. The book is available for pre-order, The Rewrite Trap.
And your name will be in the book as a thank you if you pre-order.
Oh, look at that.
It's an upsell.
Thank you all for listening. I'm Jeffrey Sherman.
I'm Isaac Askew, and this is Never Rewrite.